Welcome, everybody. I am your host, Arctic.
I'm Poppet.
I'm Pandy.
And we're
Fluffit
We're live. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Fluffit We're Live. I believe it is episode 9. We almost hit the big 1-0. I appreciate all you guys. We all do. Listening and staying to it. Dealing with our bullshit. Because I know there's been a couple days or a couple weeks where we have messed up, but we plan on we plan on fixing that for sure. We're gonna try to be more consistent. Just life gets a little crazy sometimes. But anyways, I digress. Tonight we're gonna be talking about some TV shows. If you haven't watched the last episode, go ahead and check that out. We talk about anime. But this one is going to be for the TV stars for sure. But before that, we do have a voicemail. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready for this voicemail.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Hey, Fluffyverse, I got a really burning question. I've been thinking about it for a long time. How do you guys suppose that suppositories became a thing? The first doctor had to be like, hey, this patient can't take it through the mouth, this pill. Let's just stick it up their ass. It's gotta work. There's gotta be a thought process behind that. What do you guys think?
So I will say,
First of all, thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller, for the question. I never thought about it, actually, to be fair.
it's a burning question of theirs, ironically. So like a lot of suppositories are like say if someone's constipated, they'll put like lubrication suppository up there, especially for babies. Those guys get constipated and you put like this, what's the word? What's Vaseline? It's kind of like that stuff.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden they're just dropped. It is not coming out. It just
a
comes out.
laxative?
No.
No, she's talking about that lube. You're talking about that Astroglide.
Yeah, it's like Vaseline. It's like it starts hot and then when it goes in there, it melts and then all of a sudden it lubes it up so that they can poop.
Right, but that's not all suppositories are. There's like actual medications and stuff. And I think it's because they discovered that it gets into your bloodstream faster through your anal cavity than it does your mouth.
Some areas it's like direct contact. Like if you have an infection there, like when you put the stuff where you have the infection.
Right, but like, have you ever heard of butt chucking?
I have.
I am not Googling it.
I know what it is.
So people found out about that study that stated that whatever medication you're putting in your butthole will go through your bloodstream faster. So they started drinking alcohol with their asshole.
Yep.
And it really works. They get so absolutely smashed. I do not recommend doing this at home.
Probably hurts a lot.
You will potentially get alcohol poisoning, and I do not wish
you
that
could
at home.
potentially die. Don't do it.
Do not do it.
Apparently, suppositories were created first by the North American Northeast indigenous people.
Before pills? Like
it
mouth
was
pills?
made, they made a small plug with medicinal properties made from the dogwood tree, Conus paniculata. They moistened it, compressed it, and inserted it to treat hemorrhoids.
They moistened the pina colada and put it in the booty?
The pina colada. Da-da.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it was first.
No, you're not just going to eat the dry flakes.
Because I feel like back in the day when you went to the apothecary, they'd be like, here, eat this shit. You know what I mean? Like they just hand you a bowl full of ground up herbs.
I was just saying when it was first like happened, not as before ones we put in our mouths.
Yeah. But when I think
we put shit in our mouths for centuries, Yeti, centuries.
that is true. I think what the caller is truly stating is like when it became a standard in modern
I
medicine.
don't know. No, he wasn't. He was saying like all of a sudden, do they just think I'll put it up there? And the indigenous people clearly did because it was for hemorrhoids.
Right.
They didn't know the true effects because there's no way to measure, blood tests and stuff until later on, like with all medicine. But suppositories have been around since early indigenous times. Pretty cool.
I mean, people have been sticking stuff up their ass for longer than that.
That's true. But also, I just think I was like, that's the area that has the problem, so we're going to put it in the area there's a problem. That was the bubble.
Right. I mean, that's kind of smart, as far as like medicine stuff, like with like doctors and things like that, I think that's pretty much how it was. Like, especially if they have like an obstruction in their throat or something and they can't, well, then they would probably do it intravenously.
Yeah, I don't think back then they were putting things in the booty to treat other areas. I don't think they truly knew that at that early stage. But they knew if you had a problem there, they would shove things up there. I mean, it could be anything from a UTI to like a yeast infection. Those are the delightful things we don't talk about very often.
This is a very strange way to get into TV shows.
That's an interesting topic, but let me just say a public service announcement. Do not put anything in your butt unless either it has a flange or your doctor has prescribed it.
Or if you want to put it up there,
prescribed it for that use. Because I've heard a doctor tell me, I should eat fruits and veggies.
But not put it in your ass.
Exactly. I'm like, be specific, because I've seen all kinds of x-rays out there.
And Pandy, you said, or if they want to, that's why I said.
Well, I'm talking about a certain activity that would involve that area. All right.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because if you use a toy that doesn't have a flange, it's going to get sucked up in there and go to a place where you can no longer retrieve it.
Mm-hmm.
I
had a friend that was an x-ray tech. There were light bulbs, all sorts of things up there.
That's why I say no flange, no entry.
Heard here first, folks.
That answers your question.
Just be smart if you're going to put things in your butt, okay?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the real lesson of the day. Just be smart when putting things up your butt. There you go.
But anyways, hopefully we answered your answer.
Question?
Or your question. Caller. I think Poppet was the most serious about it and the most informative. So we appreciate you, Poppet.
I definitely wasn't, because I was just like,
I did not listen to that question beforehand. You did not warn us.
Right. I didn't want to. I wanted it to be fresh.
I know, I do like it being fresh, but that was more like informational. I'm like, I feel like there should be some sort of factual information here.
Right.
Someone's going to be putting things where they shouldn't be.
I truly never thought about it.
Don't go putting dogwood tree there.
Life until now.
And of course, if you guys want to ask questions, you know who to call. 701. What's the rest?
501. 250.
Wait, you cut out.
No. 701-205-1501.
That's it.
That's it. I was looking for it. There you go.
205-1501.
Yeah, give us a call. And we do apologize. It's been a little bit since we recorded. We're going to get back on track, though. We're going to be more consistent.
Yeah, that's true. That is why they love us. We just say fluff it, and we go live. Oh, my God.
Right? That's what we're doing right now.
It's almost the title of our podcast. It's crazy. Speaking of titles,
All right.
though, TV shows.
Now
Okay.
that we got that out of the way, TV shows.
TV shows, yeah.
They have been drawing us in for years.
Some of us.
Here's
Yeah, some
the
of us.
This came up because I'm like, what movies are out lately? Wow, what TV shows are out. And then we went onto anime and realized that's a whole podcast in itself. And then we go to TV shows. And the thing is, Handy does not watch a TV.
Not really,
He
no.
doesn't.
No, I mostly just watch anime, and I barely watch that. So, I'm kind of a.
Right.
He doesn't watch movies either.
Yeah, I don't.
Unless you
yeah,
watch
I
them
don't-
with him.
Yeah, that's
You'll
true.
watch
Yeah, that's
them
true.
with people.
I watched Disney movies and cried.
I
He
kind
cried
of just.
We watched The Wild Robot yesterday. It was adorable. And what was
Yeah,
the
it
other
really
one?
was. Electric State.
Electric State.
Yeah, that was good.
And then the Adam Sandler
We
movie.
watched one.
It was
Yeah,
another
yeah,
cartoon one that
Spaceman.
you cried in.
It was so deep.
I watched.
There's another
I was
cartoon
watching anime last night, and I cried to it. So
Yeah.
But that's a different podcast, which you can see last
Right.
episode when we talked about the anime.
But
don't
TV
remember.
shows.
not
That's these-
movies.
this- More of
TV
these
shows.
two.
Mhm.
These two are more about the TV shows. I'm just here to moderate and learn about these shows. That's what I'm here for.
Well, most about when we started listing TV shows, and I'm sure there's some missing, like It Hurts Me, but I know there's ones I can't think of. These are all kind of
Oh,
older
yeah.
classics. Like
We haven't
TV
watched
shows
them
are
for
not
years.
really a huge thing, like it's different now. Streaming
Yeah.
services, Netflix and everything. It's kind of harder to think of what TV, because it's not TV, really. As I know.
A lot of it is just
click a
streaming
channel.
service now.
It's not like
Right.
clicking channels.
I was trying to see if there was like a recent, but I don't see a recent.
I guess I'd more say it's like series now. Like I don't know. It's hard to say what's like TV now or just like
Right. So when we say TV, it doesn't necessarily have to be like on cable television or like a specific thing like that. It can be on Netflix, whatever, just shows, So when we're talking about a TV show, we're talking about like something that's like usually an hour an episode and then has like approximately 12 to 24 episodes per season, that sort of thing. So that's what we're kind of talking about here.
So, where should we start? We sorted them by genre, which I will say, we even argued about that. We went to ChatGPT and we're like, it's lying. It's not true. That is not a drama. So,
Well, some of them mix and match too.
I'm like sci-fi drama.
Because there's comedy, drama, crime, like Psych. Which we can start with Psych because that's a really good one. I don't know if you guys have seen Psych, but it's amazing. It is a comedy, it is a drama, and it does involve crime.
it's a show.
So
That's all I know about it. It's a show.
you've never seen it, Pandy? I don't know why I'm surprised.
So essentially, this character, ever since he was a kid, was really smart at noticing clues for things around. His dad is a police officer, correct?
Yeah.
Right? And so he would find the answers to things by observing like things in his surroundings.
And his dad would like train him and like pressure him into doing it. Like they would go to like a restaurant and be like, what do you notice about this person and blah blah blah.
And set up scenarios and ask him to solve the problem. And so then he turns that into that he's what would you say?
Psychic?
Like he's a psychic detective.
So he's a psychic detective. He's not really psychic, but that's what he claims, and that's his agency. And he works closely with the police as well. They actually call him in to help on crimes that
With
take
this-
place. And he acts like
sidekick
he's having a psychic revelation when really he was just observing like the footprint of someone, or that there was a speck of dust on their clothes that matched
like
a previous crime scene. Yeah.
On the clothes. Yeah.
So meanwhile, while all that happens, he's actually really funny too, and he has a sidekick.
And there is some drama in it because it can't be all fun and games all the time, but they really put it in there a good way, I think. So it's a really good watch. I would highly recommend it, especially if you're just chilling, you got some time to
you want to laugh, but something interesting. Mm-hmm.
It's a good binge watch,
and it's I would say
very easy to fall in love with the characters.
Kids through adults will find it entertaining for different reasons.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
So watch it, Mandy.
We should we need to watch it with him. He's not gonna watch it.
I'm not. Probably not.
So another one that's like that, to where it's set in the drama, but it's more of a comedy.
We're in drama? The 100 should not be in drama.
So this is not the same one. So there's one called Saving Hope, but this is not the drama that I'm talking about.
Isn't Saving Hope like a hospital drama?
Yeah, but that's not what I want. That's not the show. There's one.
Scrubs? This is hospital.
No.
Scrubs. I feel like Psych has a similar humor as Scrubs. If you like Scrubs, you'll like Psych.
Yeah.
How about this? Another one in drama. Breaking Bad. I've never seen it, but I've seen memes. Have you seen Breaking Bad?
No, I haven't.
Yeti.
What is it?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. I've seen some of it.
Okay, so we should just take this off. We haven't really seen it.
Wait, none of us have watched it.
I didn't watch like all of it, but I've seen a lot of it.
Oh, a lot? Okay.
Well,
I see all of Criminal Minds.
You'll have to tell us about Breaking Bad then, because I've never seen it.
Well, it's about a science teacher that finds out. Wait, if I talk about it, I'm going to spoil it.
Well, no, I don't think I'm going to have time to watch it.
Okay, well,
spoiler warning.
If you guys, spoiler warning. So it's about a science teacher that he's kind of poor. He can't afford things because our government really shits on the education system and doesn't take care of our teachers.
Yeah, it does. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to get political here.
Right.
Anyways, he ends up getting cancer. I don't remember what kind of cancer it is. But he's got to find a way to pay for his bills, his medical bills and things like that. So being a chemist and science teacher, he uses his sciencey chemistry knowledge to learn how to make meth. And then he starts selling and dealing it. And as you could imagine, crazy fucking things ensue. Because when you get into the drug world, yeah, that's not a place for a science teacher. But he ends up turning into like a hard ass. But that's all I'm going to say.
Huh?
And if that's interesting to you, go watch it. I liked it, yeah.
Here, let's see. We're in drama, huh?
I'm still trying to find this one.
See, I'm a good old CSI, Criminal Minds, Bones kind of girl. I like the crime scene with the stories going on and all the forensic science. I really enjoy that. Those are on my list here.
Oh, it's not Saving Hope, it's Raising Hope.
Here we go. See, I was just talking to cover for your
God.
I could tell you were
Thank you, I
honed in
finally
on
found
trying to
it.
figure Hope out. Thank
Yeah,
you, Hope.
so
I had not lost hope.
I used to know someone named Hope. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about.
it's really good. So it's Jimmy Chance, a 23-year-old man who skims pools for a living, has a chance romantic encounter with Lucy, a wanted felon. When he visits Lucy in prison months later, Jimmy discovers that she gave birth to a baby he must now raise. With his family's help, Jimmy's family includes his parents, who have no interest in helping to raise their grandchild, and his grandmother, Mama, who can barely care for herself, let alone a baby. Greg Garcia created and executive produces the family comedy. So it's I mean, pretty much explains it. Yeah, it's a comedy about this dude that bangs a felon. She goes to prison and he has to raise the baby, and he has no idea how to raise a baby. It's just kind of like pushed upon him, and they hilariously figure it out along the way.
He had to use a suppository when she got constipated.
Oh, we're going back to it. Oh my god.
Glycerin. That's the name. Glycerin. Glycerins.
Glycerin.
Go.
But yeah, it's got some big names in there, like what's her name?
Such a big name.
Blonde-haired lady.
Such a big
Oh,
name.
Shannon
no.
Woodward.
Don't tell me what she looks like. You and your facial
Martha
recognition.
Plimpton is her name. Is a Shannon Woodward.
Oh.
Woodward.
Oh, dear.
Squidward.
He said Woodward.
I will say it. I pretty much only know like 4 people that are in like Hollywood. So
Greg Binkley.
yeah, no clue.
Todd Giebenheim.
Yep, no idea.
Oh
Yep,
my
no idea.
gosh. We'll
Yeah.
just look at the pictures you post in production.
Oh, are we doing that? Okay.
You, if you want to.
You don't have
Well,
to.
it's been said.
I'll look
so
it
I
up.
got to
No.
know.
I'll look it up after. I
Okay.
just can't pull it up right now.
No. I'll pull their faces up. It's okay. You'll know who I'm talking about.
I won't. I really won't.
Well, how about Katy Perry? Because she's in it.
I know who Katy Perry is, but not because of her
Yeah,
acting.
that's right. You do.
That's not.
Is
That's
she
not.
just a cameo?
I think so. Yeah.
I see.
Well, so anyone that's a main character or a main cast member, I don't know who it is.
You probably know who Shannon Woodward is.
I can look it up right now.
That's it. He's not gonna stop till we look up raising. So I remember seeing an ad for when it came out.
I have no idea who this is.
Baby
It's
looks
a
really
cute show.
cute. She grew
You
up
don't
a
know who
lot.
Shannon Woodward is?
No.
Damn, bro. What about Greg Binkley?
Who the
Past.
Bro, you know who Greg Binkley is.
Greg.
Oh, wait.
I'm looking and I wouldn't have known who Shannon Woodward is either.
Really?
No.
Maybe
I've
just knew
seen
because
Greg
I had a
Binkley,
crush
but
on her back
okay.
in the day.
Kate Micucci? Oh,
Yeah, Kate
she's a
McCooch.
comedian. I've seen her in many things. She's great.
Yeah. She's the crazy girl. And
But
it's-
yeah, I would say everyone else have not.
What's
Not
his
really.
name?
Good old Kate McCoochie, everybody.
How do you spell her? How do you
Oh, I
spell-
said it. Oh, I'm sorry, Kate.
I don't know any of these people.
Yeah, me either. So it's all
Well.
good. Don't worry.
Anyway, we're spending too much time on this.
Listen,
episode- or
I
this,
tried moving us along, but you were
know.
determined.
How about one that everybody should know?
Gilmore Girls.
I don't know anything about that.
Neither do I.
Tell us about it.
For all you out, no. It's a single mom and a daughter. I feel like Gilmore Girls is more well known for the impressive dialogues and drama they have together.
Do you want to know what
They have a
I
fun
know about Gilmore Girls?
drama relationship. It's really great relationship between mother daughter, and it's good.
This is what I imagine when girls get together for like a sleepover or something. They all get together and watch Gilmore Girls. That's what I imagine.
I mean, it's good.
You get some popcorn and some wine, sit down with your gal pals.
I know people that used to sit together and watch the latest episode of Gilmore Girls like that. I didn't.
Yeah. Well, tell us about it. What is the synopsis?
It's really about a single mom and a daughter, and their ups and downs.
And the relationship.
They're not British. No. Small town America. Romances.
Just a small town girl.
They have just a really fast dialogue together, and they're like on the same brain wavelength, so they have really like verbal sparring really quickly. It's impressive. It's really well written. It's a well-written drama. All those listening, you know who you are. You watched it.
I did.
You liked it. Well, I know you did. I'm not talking to you.
Bring up the next one, Smallville. Everybody should know it.
Didn't see it. I don't know what it is.
Superman.
I don't know what it is. Oh.
But you know what it's about.
It's what, Superman?
It's about Superman when he was a young boy. Yeah, when he was a teenager.
Okay, yeah, so I know nothing about the show besides the fact that you said Superman.
But fun fact, I don't know if I can say this, but if I'm not able to say this, I will discuss it with my associates. But if I'm not able to say this, you'll just hear a beep.
You should listen to the last episode. There's lots of beeps.
So basically,
beep, beep, beep.
Allison
beep,
Mack,
beep, beep.
which was
Sorry.
Solid.
Who are these people? I don't even know. Okay,
Anyways, she was a cute, lovable character on the show, right? And then it turns out after
Oh no, you shouldn't. You should. No, I know where we're going. No.
You know about it?
No, yeah, I do. No, we shouldn't go into that.
I don't know about it.
Okay. Well, essentially, Pandy, what happened was.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got it now.
I'll tell you later, Pandy. It's okay.
You know, now that I think of it, that probably thank you for saving me.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have talked about that.
We shouldn't. No.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. We might have to talk about
Smallville, the actual show. What the fuck's it about besides Superman?
Well, it's him in his teenage years and, you know, friends, dating, the town, small American town again. I don't know. I always had mixed feelings about this because for me, I remember when Superman came out and I just really love that. And so I don't know. I didn't know. I mean, you know, your dad's a huge fan of Superman. How true to the comic does Smallville stick to it?
I mean, pretty good. I mean, my stepdad and I've watched it like 5 times. So, I mean, he loves it. He loves all the Superman things, but I think it's pretty good. Also, Pandy.
Yep.
There you go, in the Box Clan.
Oh, okay.
For later.
And Tom Welling is a really good actor as well. And he was also in the he also made an appearance on Lucifer, which is also a really good show.
Yeah, it is a good show. I don't know if that's on here.
I didn't even know that was a show until just now, so that's how much I know.
Let me
for all the listeners.
Yeah, here we go.
Basically, I'm just here for comedic relief.
Well, let me tell you.
Usually, I'm just here to moderate. Let's be real.
That's my job today.
Based on characters created by Neil Gaiman, Sam Keith, and Mike Dringenberg, the series follows Lucifer, the original fallen angel who has become dissatisfied with his life in hell. After abandoning his throne and retiring to Los Angeles, Lucifer indulges in his favorite things, women, wine, and song, until a murder takes place outside of his upscale nightclub. For the first time in a billion of years, the murder awakens something unfamiliar in Lucifer's soul that is eerily similar to compassion and sympathy. Lucifer is faced with another surprise when he meets an intriguing homicide detective named Chloe, who appears to possess an inherent goodness. Unlike the worst of humanity, to which he is accustomed. Suddenly, Lucifer starts to wonder if there is hope for his soul. So that really told nothing about what it was really like?
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Cast out, living amongst humans, has a nightclub and all that, doesn't care about anything, or he's actually not really running hell anymore.
Really narcissistic.
But yeah, he works with a police detective. Is it FBI agent or police detective? I can't remember.
I think she's police.
Yeah. And it's kind of like that.
All right.
Angel.
All right. Another show.
It's really
I
good.
know nothing about.
And it's got Amy Garcia in it.
I don't know who that is.
And DB Woodside.
Don't know who that is either.
He'll tell you that the waitress at our wing restaurant looks like them.
No, that's a different person.
I know. I'm just saying in general.
I don't know. Anyways.
Pandy, is there anything on any of these lists? How about The Simpsons?
Before I go crazy about science fiction.
Okay. I used to watch The Simpsons all the time with my dad.
There you go. We got you. Cowabunga, dude.
Eat my shorts. I know a lot about that show.
I used to love and look forward to the Halloween episode every year. Even if I didn't watch other ones,
horrors.
I had to watch the Halloween episode.
I still remember from one episode where it was like horror. It was like TV, no beer, make homework, go something. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do.
I love the I still remember, the fat fingers and the moo dress and the monkey.
There's something controversial.
Like when I'm typing, making typos on my phone.
Oh god,
yeah,
we need to beep out another thing. Oh no.
Well, essentially, I never. For real,
It's okay. Pandy has watched it.
Right. But I never really got into it, and I never really watched it.
It was the beginning. Yeah. It was the OG of adult cartoons. Because let's be real. I mean, kids can watch it, but there's a lot of things kids don't get in that.
I don't know. Maybe I just didn't really watch it a lot.
I feel like The Simpsons more like when we were like kids was more because like our parents watched it. No,
right.
Like,
yeah.
good show.
Yeah.
Like that's.
I remember. You know what? I'll be real. I remember
dad.
My mom watching it. She's like, "You guys cannot watch that. That Bart Simpson is teaching you to do bad things." Like I remember that. So.
And then Family Guy comes out where Stewie literally kills people, right?
And then there's a pedophile looking over the fence. Like there's like The Simpsons was out before all that though. It was the original adult.
Simpsons is probably the most tame adult cartoon, which I think is what makes it interesting. Which is somehow grounded, but not at the same time.
All right. I'm going to try to do this quick.
Okay.
3-body problem. Fucking crazy. If you like some science shit, watch it. I can't say anything else because it will reveal the big secret.
Wait, we're skipping to science fiction.
Alien Resident.
Yeah, because this is Yeti's wheelhouse, so he's just going through it all.
It's where an alien crashes on human world and he has to blend in with like the human people, and it's actually really funny.
It's a comedy. It is. It's like a dark comedy, science fiction. However, the actor from Alien Resident is also in where is it? Firefly. So if you're a Firefly fan, Firefly, Joss Whedon. That has a cult classic as well. Huge cult following. Super fun. Kind of Buffy the Vampire Slayer humor. But the dude from Alien Resident is such a good actor, and he's in there too.
Speaking of next, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. One of Puppet's favorites.
Did you know they're bringing it back. I just saw Sarah Michelle Gellar and her little sidekicks in an interview about bringing it back.
We'll tell everybody a quick synopsis about Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You just watched the whole season again.
Something about Buffy and they slay vampires. I've never seen it,
She's
so that's all I got.
Girl.
So she's the Slayer.
She's the Slayer. Only one is born to each generation, right?
Yeah.
I'm hearing them woo, dee, 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 as we say this.
So she's like Van Helsing. What the?
Yeah, but you don't have a choice. She's born into it. This is her job, and her job is to kill vampires. So, teenager by day, and then at night she goes out and she has a mentor that takes her on and trains her. And it's from the original, like it was a movie first.
Right.
Sounds like Kim Possible, but with vampire slaying.
And then they turned it into series. And, for once, the series kind of was better than the movie. So,
I think so, too.
Yeah. The characters, and it's all way better.
We just watched all of Buffy again, and then we're doing Angel now, and almost finished with it. I'll never forget on the Angel the Hell episode where it keeps on repeating. And everything seems normal, and then they go downstairs and get murdered. I won't say much about it, but it repeats over and over again. So basically, they die over and over again. Altered Carbon. That is some really cool shit, like cyberpunk, sort of like in the future, where they have the money to basically clone themselves and go into other bodies. It's really cool.
Okay. Right. I remember now.
Good Omens. That is a very, very good one.
British humor, very well written, in the interweaving of story and the plot. Super well written.
David Tennant and what's his face?
Oh my gosh, those two.
Yep, don't know them either.
David Tennant was the 10th Doctor in Doctor Who.
I've never seen Doctor Who.
So these two actually on Instagram and social media have this ongoing, they're an off-screen, I wouldn't say couple. They're like a film duo. You know what I mean? So off-screen they call each other. And they're like, hey, what do you think about this? And they kind of have the little couch talks. Like, oh, you're full of rubbish. Why are you wearing a suit today? And it's really funny. They have this whole comedy off screen, kind of on screen because it's social media still. But, they're a really good duo.
But essentially the show is about an angel and the devil. And they become friends. And, they go throughout all the billions of years spending time with one another, and
they're both cast down to earth, right? And they acknowledge they both exist, and they have to, and it starts back in the Garden of Eden and things like that, and heading towards the apocalypse. And do they want it or do they not want it? And they're kind of enemies, but
they're frenemies.
Yeah, and it's really, really cool the way the relationship develops, and you kind of love and hate them, and love to hate them. It's good,
right?
With good British humor.
And speaking of David Tennant, one that we don't have on the list that should be is Doctor Who. That is a classic, and it has been going on for centuries. It's about an alien with two hearts that regenerates every time that he dies, which keeps the show going because you get to, swap out many actors and stuff. So now we're on the 17th Doctor, I think. But the thing is they did a reboot. So if you're going to watch Doctor Who, first of all, you need to understand that it's a very huge fan base called Whovians. So just be aware of that. There's a huge fandom of it. And also, I would recommend, if you're wanting to get pulled into it, start from the 9th Doctor. A lot of people don't like the Ninth Doctor.
Well, my issue was like I grew up in a very British society and we had British TV shows on. So I know the original version where it's colored, you know. It's not black and white.
Some of it's black and white.
It wasn't the most impressive special effects, and it was really bizarre to me when I would switch over and flick the channel and see it on the SBS was the foreign channel. So I don't know. It was kind of I never got into it, but I had a lot of friends that did, and it has been going on for so long. Yeah, so maybe I will. Pandy's sleeping. I saw that, Pandy.
Because really, it's not that. Even Whovians say like start out at 9. A lot of them will say start out at 10 because they say that the 9th one isn't that great. But if you miss out on 9, you miss a wonderful love story that made me cry. So you should watch it.
Okay.
I probably won't, but I will.
You'll fucking do it. You'll like it.
He has like Doctor Who stuff in his house. It's adorable.
Yeah.
Whole family.
And there's little
So I know what it is. I grew up around it. It's just it was a very different.
There's an episode. This is like in the 10th Doctor, one of his episodes, and he's been back multiple times, mind you. And like whenever he was about to go off, like he was just like, I don't want to go. Like he really enjoyed being the Doctor. It was one of his favorite roles, I think. But anyways, there's an episode where people start taking this thing that's supposed to help you lose fat, and it's the fat literally pops off of them and turn into these cute little adipose. I'll put one on the screen here. And they just run around and stuff, and they go to the mothership. But I mean, they lost weight. But the problem is that if they took too much and too much turned into adipose, then it can consume your whole body. So just be aware of that. But another one is another science fiction that's really, really good, and it's a lot of. I mean, there's some comedy in it, but it's drama. It's Lost in Space. I don't know if you all remember, like way back in the day, the Lost in Space. Danger, Will Robinson. It is a reboot, and they do it so well.
Because, like, again, I watched the original Lost in Space. We, sit at my grandma's house, and Lost in Space was on, as long as with like Agatha Christie, Murder She Wrote, and Perry Mason. But I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know. Maybe is it the poor special effects? All I can see is that robot waving his arms around.
Do you mean the old one?
I love the original, and I love sci-fi fantasy. Don't get me wrong. That's all I do.
Oh, special effects. Have you seen the new one?
No, because they have like kind of turned me off. I watched the movie, so there was the original, and then this movie came out, and right at the end, it got really weird for me, and I was like, "Oh, that was a turn off."
We should watch the
I'm
new
very
one.
hesitant with these reboots of the classics. It scares me.
I think you'll like it.
Okay. Okay.
The next one, I got. Oh, there's so many. I don't want to. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the last season. I'm one of those people. But we can't really talk about why, because that's a big to-do. But
Let's be real. Everyone you like dies in that show too. It's disappointing.
Pandy, is there any shows that you want to talk about?
We tried, and then you switched to fantasy. He was talking Simpsons.
Well, yeah, but then he did talk about this.
I did talk about this. I don't watch TV. Like, I don't know what you want.
I know, but like I was just like, is there any kind?
Okay, I'll literally everything. I've watched some Supernatural, and that's the only thing I've seen in our science fiction fantasy area.
Supernatural's good. I love
I knew like Supernatural. It was good.
Sam and Dean, baby.
I almost have that car. Almost. My grandpa had a 1966 Chevy Impala. 1 year off.
Ooh.
1 year off.
I drove an Impala until recently.
He really likes them too.
I really do like Impalas.
Yeah,
they don't make them anymore, and it makes me sad.
The famous car from that is the 1967 Chevy Impala. 1 year off. 1 year off. Damn it.
It is nice though.
It's a nice car.
It's like a kitten.
So I think it's still in my mom's garage actually. But by now, because it's been sitting for how many years, that to get that repaired is going to cost so much money. You have a picture of it?
Well, all I heard was there's a car sitting in your mom's garage waiting for us to push it out down the street to your house.
I wish so badly.
Bro, we'll come down and help you.
Let's go.
Remember the last time you were in need of something? What happened?
We drilled a hole.
You drilled a hole in my floor?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
8 hours, was it?
Yeah, like 8 hours. Because we have to stop frequently because something happens to him in every 3 hours.
Yeah, every 3 hours. Like, I have to get out and, like, breathe and move. I think it has something to do with my claustrophobia.
Like, we there?
I'm just saying, next time you just gotta take a plane over because it'll be way less.
That's kind of worse. I'll be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he's claustrophobic on a plane.
Yeah, it's very small.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's only instead of like 3 hours, I think it's like an hour. Maybe even less.
It's enough to get up and then.
Well, it's 7 hours by car.
Yeah, but by plane it would only be like 1 hour.
Right. True. Severance. I don't want to say much about it because it is a recent one. I do want to say that season 3 is confirmed.
Yes.
It's really good. It's
Candy. You watched this with us a little bit.
I watched an episode.
There you go. There you go.
All I'm gonna say is that it's essentially about this company that developed a way to where one can split their mind between work and their outside of work life. They call them innies and outies. So basically, you show up to work, you go up the elevator, and then you essentially go back out the elevator and go home. So you have no recollection of work. And it's like living two separate lives.
Outside of work brain, don't know what's happening on either side.
Right.
So essentially, it's like you have two lives because your work person doesn't know, they don't know, do you have a family? Do you have children? Are you single?
And it's almost like two different
What foods
people.
do you like? Yeah, but the whole corporation that they work for is very strange. So the show is really got this whole mystery about, you know, what is this company? What are they even doing there? Who are these people? I do want to warn you. I would recommend watching at least 5 to 6 episodes because it is a slow starter. And I feel like each episode does have a bit of a slow start to it. And it's very quiet. Yeah. You need to like turn it up. They whisper a lot. Put some subtitles on. The music is quiet, but it's intense in a different way. It's good. It's really good. Yeah. And well written. Really well written. What about The Last of Us? That's really good. But what I wanted to say real quick to get these out of the way, Stargate, never really watched it, but I did watch Battlestar Galactica. That's a banger. Star Trek, that is also a banger. There's all kinds of Star Treks. I don't know. We'll have to watch it. I like the movies better. But yeah, those are good. The Magicians, that's a really good one. If you like, let me just say it's kind of like rated R Harry Potter. If you like that idea, watch it. It's really cool.
Now, the
Last of Us is on this list.
Yeah. Because I wanted to spend more time on The Last of Us, so that's why I quickly went over the others.
Okay. Also, X-Files is on there. Classic. Set the tone of all kinds of alien mystery, government conspiracy. I remember watching that with my brother, and we were like, we cannot watch this before bed. It's freaking me out, man.
I feel like it's the birth of conspiracies for sure. I said I feel like it's the birth of conspiracies.
Yeah, and that whole super sci-fi.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good.
It's really cool. What? I can't even think of the theme. It's so iconic. Oh yeah. Yeah, there we go.
I learned never seen an episode, but I know that theme song.
Oh, that was great, Penny. Just seeing your model pipe in.
All right, The Last of Us. We all know it. We all love it. We played the games, except I didn't play the second one because something happened.
I had wanted to play the game. I thought it looked cool. And then the show came out.
Yeah.
And
it's fun.
And we binged that. Where are you going, Pandy? Get back here. I wish I had arms to reach out and grab you, like model arms. Go get the arms.
I haven't played it or seen the show. I don't know anything about this.
I was going to drag you in to watch it with us when we were binging, but you missed the first couple episodes, and I thought it would be wrong. We should watch it again with him. I think he'd like it.
Everybody listen up here, okay? In case you have been living under a rock, here we go.
Me!
The Last of Us is about a series where it brings to life the imagination of cordyceps. So cordyceps is a fungal parasite that can infect ants or wasps or things like that. And a spider. And essentially, instead of killing it, it just eats most of it and takes control over its body and then keeps it alive.
Neurological system. So it looks like it's...
Right.
It makes it do what it wants. It takes over its brain.
Right. So essentially, we don't have to... This is a real life thing, but we don't have to worry about it because it cannot live within the temperatures of the human body. However,
basically this fungus becomes a mech pilot.
This series, in this game and show, the game came out first, obviously. It evolved to be able to withstand heat of the human body, and then terrible things happen and zombies.
They always said that this, like, unlike other bacterias, you can find a vaccine and treat it. This is something that cannot,
right,
once it's in your system, cannot be gone.
There's no cure.
And then the saving grace is that it cannot exist in our bodies because of the temperature. So.
Right.
But that doesn't happen. Wow. That barrier is gone, and so obviously humans are infected, and it becomes a world full of an outbreak. And
to me, there's been thousands of zombie movies and shows and everything, but to me, this is one of the most unique zombie.
Well, it's different. They're not like really zombie. They become like fungal creatures. Not
right.
Walking Dead per se. Their bodies still move because the creature's moving it. That's
right.
Kind of how they're zombies.
Fungus. That's a
but
fungus.
They really like.
You're saying
and
that
I'm
they're
gonna
fun
say
guys?
that's one part that grosses me out, where their heads turn kind of like someone's lunchbox was sitting in their bag for a year or something. You know what I mean? It's kind of gross. Like bleh.
The fact of the matter is, it's fucking awesome. Watch it or play it.
Or be like me and do neither. That's where I'm at.
I think it's cooler to play it first, and then you can see the little Easter eggs. The Umbrella Academy. It's really cool. It's about a bunch of babies that all got born at the same time, and the super rich billionaire bought them all from the mothers. And then they all have like unique abilities. Crazy shit happens. Watch it.
All right.
Sorry, we're trying to get a little faster here because we aren't running out of time.
Yeah. Yes. We're getting close to time. I'm just here. I'm moderating.
Reality competition. Iron Chef. A bunch of people fucking cook it out to the death. Just kidding.
No, it's not. Oh my god.
Okay, so
Cooking
we're going
reality.
to reality /
60
competitions.
minutes,
All right. Here you go. I got
meal.
all. No, none of these. There you go. We're done.
Wait. Let's have a fun little game.
Mm-hmm.
Pandy, within one sentence, give your best guess on what each one is.
Each show we have listed, or just
Yeah, just by the name, by the reality competition.
Iron Chef cooking competition.
Yeah. All right. What about it? Is it cake?
Well, I'm going to guess they take a knife and they go into it to check if it's either cake or not cake. So I mean, I feel like that's.
I mean, that's true, but why? Why would they need to know if it's cake or not?
Because they probably make really realistic looking cakes.
Damn,
Andy does not need to watch TV because
he already knows all. Man versus Wild.
Well, I'm gonna guess some man that like goes out on like outdoor expeditions to see if he can survive. That's my guess.
Yeah. Nailed it.
No, I have no idea.
Bro, you gotta. What is part of it? Give your best guess.
I feel like it might be like a house construction because like you nail things, nailed it. That's all I got.
it's not about a guy that nails people.
That's a good one. But what it actually is people that aren't chefs and that really suck at cooking come in and they try to create like these food sculptures and things like that, and they look really shitty. And after they're done, they go, "Nailed it."
I have not seen this show.
I like mine more. It's more punny. I would watch that one if it was
right. All right, Queer Eye.
Fashion, you know. That's all I got.
There's fashion in it.
Is it fashion competition? Like, you know.
No, so Queer Eye is where there's like the Fab Five. It's actually really beautiful. Okay. There's 5 gay guys, and they find a person that's struggling through life, and they basically help them blossom in their own life, find out who they are, and then they give them upgrades to their house if they need it, or change their wardrobe.
It means they get their hair done, they get their makeup done, they go find new wardrobes, they do their house, they learn how to cook some meals.
Right. But it's not just about being fabulous. It's about them finding themselves and overcoming depression or overcoming something that just got them stuck in a rut and where they're really struggling. They help them get over that hump and start a new life.
Yeah, but that being fabulous would solve all my problems.
True. But yeah, it's really good. I like it. Survivor.
So Survivor, they're set on an island, maybe, probably, and they it's a competition against people, and you vote people off the island. I kind of know about that one.
That one.
Yeah,
I was like, I didn't know that one. I love Survivor.
So I'm going to tell you, my parents are crazy about Survivor. They've watched all 48 seasons?
Something like that. It's amazing.
Yeah, they have gone current, and they have rewatched it. It's insane. Wipeout.
48, that's a lot of seasons.
Yeah.
Wipeout, isn't that the obstacle course show?
Yeah. It is.
Okay.
And the Great British Baking Show. I bet you can't figure out what that
I
is.
bet you it's a British baking show that's a competition. I bet you that's what that one is.
It's a classic. My dogs love it. I put it on during the day because it has sooth. So, okay, here's the thing. American reality shows is like drama. It's super loud. And, someone's always upset. And there's a big drama. It's so dramatic. And then you go
Gordon Ramsay.
You go to the British... Yeah, but it's not in Britain. Then you go to the Great British Baking Show. Oh, today we're making pavlova. Please be sure to delicately dust your icing sugar across. So my dogs get this beautiful, calm voice. Oh dear, I think I've let it in the oven too long. It's quite delightful.
All right, we're running out of time, so I have a fun game that we're gonna continue this, but we're gonna change up the rules a little bit. So, Pandy, since you have not watched a lot of shows, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna say a title of a show. I'm gonna say the rest of them that we have, and you say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Two Broke Girls.
Broke Girls. I don't know. What am I?
All right, that works. So you can say that. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Bunch of characters in Philadelphia doing crazy shit.
Pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Family Guy.
So I know that one.
Okay. Friends. You probably know that one.
I've never seen it, but probably a bunch of friends doing shit together. Probably.
Yeah,
it's called
pretty
Friends.
much.
I don't know what else.
New Girl.
New Girl in Town, or at a... I don't know New Girl.
Kind of, it's like a new girl that comes into an apartment and she has to share an apartment with 4 other dudes. It's really hilarious.
Okay.
Parks and Rec.
It's Park and Recreational. Is it like The Office?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But a Parks and Rec, and I find it's a little funnier.
Okay. I also never
The
seen The
Good
Office,
Place.
but I know about the memes. The Good Place?
Yeah.
That's a place that's good. How? What does that mean?
Well, I can't really say why I like it so much because I haven't finished it, which I actually would like to. It's got Veronica Mars in it.
I don't know how that
You
is.
guys have ever seen Veronica Mars? What's her name? Kristen Bell? I think her name's Kristen Bell.
Yeah, Kristen Bell.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, what were we talking about? I just zoned out. The Good Place.
Good Place, yeah.
So basically, she dies and she goes to the good place, and hilarity ensues, and then there's a big plot twist. But I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
The Office.
It's The Office with a bunch of people in it, and wacky shenanigans happen because it's The Office. There you go.
I'm looking at these and I'm thinking that with the titles, a lot of it's pretty self-explanatory.
Trailer Park Boys.
It's based around 3 dudes. They're in Canada and they're a trailer park. I know
Yeah,
that
you
one.
know about it. Yeah. my fucking kid. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Kimmy Schmidt is unbreakable.
So basically, she was in the confines of a underground thing, and she didn't know that the rest of the world existed, and she was down there with some religious cult dude for a long, long time. And then somebody finds out about it, and they go in and get her out, and then she tries to incorporate herself into the real world, and it's a comedy.
Okay.
24.
24 hours?
Good.
Hey.
Basically, it's a mission that has to be done in 24 hours, or somebody or everybody dies.
Okay, fantastic.
And for some reason, it keeps on happening every episode.
That's crazy.
Alias.
Someone has an alias, trying to hide their real identity, and that's all I got.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Woohoo!
But I mean, it's like a spy sort of thing. Puppet. You should take over. I feel like you have more finesse in it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, okay. My microphone stuck to me. Ah. Okay.
We're on Bones.
Finesse. Yes. Okay.
I mean, Bones.
I knew we're
has
up to
a
Bones.
song by
I
Imagine
heard
Dragons.
Alias is Jennifer Garner, you know?
Yeah. You know, she was born
when she was
and
first.
raised in my home town.
Yeah, I follow her. She's great. She's a country girl.
Mm-hmm.
And our Dark
I just thought everybody else a country boy.
She's a country girl in Antarctica. In the cold place.
Yeah, that's where Yeti's from.
She's in that castle on yonder. Okay. Bones.
Forensic science.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Charmed.
He's so good.
Charmed? Someone's charmed by someone else?
It's about three sisters that are witches. And
that was completely off.
It's about three sisters that are witches, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Criminal
my
minds. The criminal minds.
Well, it's got to be something with detective or police and also forensic scientists, maybe.
Yes.
I don't fucking.
Yes. One of my favorites.
Hey.
I rewatch this all the time. It's about what's the word? Profiling.
How many crime shows are on here?
How about CSI? You know that one.
Crime show. I've never seen it.
Dexter.
Serial killer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Hey.
But he's a serial killer with a code that only kills dad people because his dad was a cop and taught him how to do that.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotham. Oh, that's too easy.
I know that one because I put this one on the list. I actually watched this one.
Hey!
Yeah, let's go.
Leverage.
Leverage. Someone has leverage over someone else. They blackmail. There we go.
Kind of so quick synopsis is if somebody fucked you over, you would call up these leverage guys and they would make it even or, you know.
Gotcha.
Do whatever.
They would send them a bag of dicks.
Oh yeah, bag of dicks.
Wait, is the finesse?
It's actually really cool.
NCIS.
Also a criminal crime show.
Yes, anointing drama. Peaky Blinders.
What the fuck is Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders. I put this one on as well. Is basically
wait. If you know what it is, let me guess. It's somebody that peeks through the blinds.
No, at all. It's about a gang in the industrial age in Britain.
Okay.
In England.
Okay,
and they're called the Peaky Blinders.
The Peaky Blinders.
I think they're mostly Irish because like they're immigrants into, and then they became like basically gangsters. Pretty cool. I can't.
Yeti, no.
I'm sorry, I was drinking water.
I know.
That definitely did not sound
We
like that.
all
I'll
know
be
what it sounds
100%.
All right, since we're pretty much out of time, let me just say Suits, White Collar, great shows. Great shows. If you're wanting something to watch, go give them a try.
The 100, fucking crazy, mate.
Yeah, that's definitely that's fantasy sci-fi. That shouldn't be drama.
But it is very dramatic.
All of us should pick one show that we recommend off of our list here. Yeti, you can start us off. One show you recommend people to watch.
Oh, we've done this before. One.
Okay, I can only give one because I don't know many shows.
Can I do one from each category?
Oh my god, no! We won't be here too long.
I recommend a lot of these.
I figure.
Pretty much, if you guys remember what I talked about today, that's what I recommend.
All right.
If there's something that I like, there's so many.
Which one would you recommend the most of all your recommendations? Though? Like which one you're like you need to watch this one first?
I'm trying.
All right, Papa, you can go first then, because
I was using his time to skim through and choose.
Okay, then I will go because I have one.
Okay, go.
Peaky Blinders. That's a really good show.
Yeah.
I do recommend that one actually. It's got drama. It's got everything you need. You know, that's what I think. So that's a good one. It's on Netflix.
All right. What about you, babe?
the Vampire Slayer.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's comedic and it's just good.
All right.
Although Severance was really good.
If you want something funny,
in
real life, two broke girls.
No.
If you want something funny but like death humor, The Good Place.
I could have done this.
Lucifer is also good if you want a cop drama, or if you want a cop drama that's like super funny. Psych. If you like Superman, Smallville. If you like Apocalypse, The 100.
I also like the fact that he.
I'd say The Last of Us.
He's like, I'll do one from each category, and then he did 5 from one category.
Yeah, I mean it was better. It was better.
Severance is really good. I'm telling you, give Severance a chance.
All right.
I've heard a lot of people say that they get turned off of it after the first couple episodes. It's slow. Give it some time.
Yeah, his recommendation is Severance. There we go. I did it for you.
If you want to see some zombies and shit, The Last of Us. If you like fucking magic and crazy shit, The Magic Ians. Yeah, that's right. I said Magic Ians. If you want to see some cake, Is It Cake?
No, I would say like Iron Chef is better than Is It Cake.
I feel like if I want to see cake, I'm gonna watch the British baking show.
Is It Cake is a game show. Iron Chef is a competition. It's two different things.
It's a competition still.
No, Is It Cake?
Yeah,
it's a game show.
It's a competition.
But it's a game show.
No, they literally bake the cake in a competition.
And they literally get points in a game show.
So do they in Iron Chef.
But it's not a game show. It's a competition.
You've never watched Iron Chef. It's not a game. It's still the same.
So basically, Yeti recommends 20 different shows.
The reason why it's kind of like a game. Well, the Iron Chef isn't like a game show because it's like there's no game show aesthetic. It's just like, boom, they're cooking. Who's better? Is It Cake is kind of like a game show because you're playing a little game. Like, is it cake or is it not?
It's started as a typical Japanese cooking game show. The guy opens it by doing backflips across the room. The original was in Japan, and they brought it over into the American version. They have all kinds of versions. But I can say that because I've watched both. I have watched Is It Cake all of the seasons. Mm-hmm. I like it. I just think Iron Chef is better.
You should watch Nailed It. It's really funny.
They handle that cake. You ain't eating that cake. Like, it's disgusting. Like, they mold it, they breathe on it, they like smoosh it. Yeah. Like, you are not eating that cake. But it looks impressive. Anyways,
if you want to see some beautiful shit and people bettering their lives, watch Queer Eye.
Yeti, no. We gotta end this episode.
Got it.
Okay. I can't help it. There's so many good things.
I get that, but
something you've forgotten too.
Which I also remembered that I forgot to put the list for the anime on the other one, so I'll be doing that as well. But on this one, we'll put the list out there.
Yeah, we can also post it in the Discord. That's a great place to post these lists as well.
Yeah, join the fucking Discord. Yeah.
The Fluffin' Discord. Join now.
I mean, you can write in there and we will write back and we can all chit chat together. Also, if calling the line here is difficult, you can just send us a voice message in the Discord.
Yeah, and we'll filter it out.
Also,
meaning, if you say some fucked up shit that is too fucked up, then we'll filter it out. Like, we won't use it.
Yep,
it must be TOS friendly.
All right, any last words for everyone at home today?
This is a reminder. Look out.
Look out.
Oh my god.
This is a reminder to everybody. Look out. You never know what's going to happen.
That's true. You cannot predict
That's
the
not
future.
a threat.
No?
That is not a threat. That is wisdom. I repeat, that is not a threat. It is wisdom.
I mean, it is good wisdom because you can never predict the future, so it's always good to try to be prepared and look out.
Expect the unexpected, because when you expect the unexpected, you expect the unexpected.
But then wouldn't it not be unexpected because you expect it?
But how do you expect the unexpected because you expect it?
The conundrum will continue forever.
And you're always suspecting about the unexpected.
Right.
If you expect the unexpected, then it's not the unexpected.
Does that make it paranoid?
Probably.
Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. And I'm sure we forgot some shows. Let us know what your favorite TV shows are.
Don't think about it too hard. It'll hurt.
They're probably listening to us. They're like, well, what about this one?
Yeah.
Shout out.
I guarantee you I haven't seen it. That's all I'm going to say. I can't write it down.
Also, comment to us how crazy you think it is that Pandy hasn't seen TV shows. It's like one of those wild things, like when you find somebody like in the friend group that like doesn't like cake. We're like, whoa.
Or chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I mark off both of those. Anyways.
If you want to give us a call, it's 701-205-1501. What's that number, Pandy?
It's 701-205-1501.
Yeah. And Puppet, where can they find that Discord link to join?
In the description.
In the description below. Yay!
You guys should be seeing our Twitch socials showing up here at the bottom and our Fluffit socials at the top, but you should also be able to find all that stuff in the Discord. So definitely come join us. It's a fun community. We all like to hang out. And we'd love to see you there.
Heck yeah! Heck yeah!
Woo! And with that, that is episode 9, and we'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a beautiful and fantastic night full of sweet dreams.
Bye!
Bye.
It has been done.
It has been done!
It's been done. How do I get this microphone off my boobas?
Oh, you had the
held
microphone on your boobas the whole time?
It's not, just barely at the end.
Hell yeah.